Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. James Whitaker, and I've been practicing men's sexual health and urology for over 25 years. Today, I'm going to share something that will completely revolutionize how you think about erectile dysfunction, especially for men hitting their 40s and beyond. Masturbation is one of the healthiest things you can do for your sex life and overall prostate health. But what if I told you that you might be doing it completely wrong, and that 3 common, seemingly harmless mistakes are the secret reason you might be going limp in the bedroom at the worst possible moments? Stick around because we're about to fix that problem forever, and what I'm going to reveal could save your marriage, restore your confidence, and give you back the rock-hard erections of your youth. The foundation truth about sexual training. Let's be absolutely clear from the start. Masturbation is a normal, healthy, and incredibly beneficial activity when done correctly. It complements a great sex life with a partner. It doesn't replace it. When practiced properly, it can relieve stress, help you sleep better, boost your immune system, and even contribute to significantly better prostate health. But most importantly, and this is the key to everything we're talking about today, masturbation is a form of sexual training that's either building your performance or destroying it. Your brain is a powerful learning machine that's constantly adapting based on your experiences. Through a process called neuroplasticity, it creates and strengthens neural pathways based on repeated actions and patterns. Every single time you masturbate, you are literally teaching your brain and body how to respond sexually. You are conditioning your reflexes, programming your arousal triggers, and either building or destroying your sexual stamina. There's no neutral ground here. Every session is either making you a better lover or setting you up for devastating performance problems. Think of it exactly like going to the gym. If you train with proper form, perfect technique, and intelligent programming, you build incredible strength and prevent injury. Your body becomes more capable, more resilient, and more powerful over time. But if you train with sloppy form, poor technique, and mindless repetition, you develop terrible habits that will eventually lead to weakness, injury, and serious long-term problems that can take years to fix. When it comes to your sexual health, getting your training right means building unshakable control, bulletproof confidence, and marathon-level stamina that will make you a legendary lover. Getting it wrong can set you up for devastating erectile dysfunction, humiliating premature ejaculation, and the kind of bedroom anxiety that destroys relationships and crushes masculine confidence. Today, we're breaking down the 3 biggest mistakes men make that absolutely sabotage their sexual performance, especially as they hit their 40s when these problems become exponentially worse. And more importantly, I'm giving you the simple, actionable fixes for each one that could transform your sex life within weeks. Mistake number 1, the 100-yard dash disaster. The first and most devastating mistake is what I call the 100-yard dash approach. Rushing through masturbation like your life depends on finishing as quickly as possible. This is when you masturbate with one singular goal in mind: to reach orgasm as rapidly as humanly possible. Maybe you're worried about being interrupted by your wife or roommates. Maybe you're sneaking a quick session during lunch break. Maybe it's just become a thoughtless, mechanical habit that you blast through without any conscious awareness. Whatever the reason, you're treating every solo session like a frantic race to the finish line, and this single habit is absolutely destroying your sexual performance with partners. Here's why this approach is a complete disaster for your sex life. By repeatedly conditioning yourself to ejaculate within minutes or even seconds, you are literally training your nervous system for premature ejaculation. Your brain learns that sexual arousal and orgasm are supposed to be rapid, explosive, uncontrolled events. You're programming your reflexes to respond as quickly as possible, which means when you're with a partner and desperately want to last longer, your body defaults to its training. It does exactly what you've taught it to do. It finishes fast, leaving you embarrassed and your partner unsatisfied. But the damage goes even deeper than premature ejaculation. This creates a vicious psychological cycle that leads directly to erectile dysfunction. You start to worry obsessively about finishing too early, which creates severe performance anxiety. And what is one of the biggest psychological killers of strong, reliable erections? Anxiety and stress. That fear of not performing well, that constant worry about disappointing your partner, becomes the trigger that causes you to lose your erection entirely. Your mind becomes your worst enemy, and the harder you try, the worse it gets. So a habit that started with simple rushing leads directly to premature ejaculation, which then fuels the anxiety and stress that causes complete erectile dysfunction. It's a downward spiral that destroys marriages and crushes masculine confidence. The solution: marathon training. The solution is simple in concept, but requires discipline and commitment. You have to completely transform your approach from a 100-yard dash into marathon training. This means setting aside dedicated private time where you absolutely will not be rushed or interrupted. Turn off your phone, lock your door, and commit to at least 20 to 30 minutes of focused training. The goal is no longer to finish as quickly as possible. The goal is to explore, to learn, and to build incredible control over your sexual responses. You need to learn how to surf the wave of your own arousal like a master. Feel yourself getting close to what sexologists call the point of no return. That moment right before you ejaculate, when orgasm becomes inevitable. As you approach that point, consciously slow down or stop completely. Let the intensity subside, take deep breaths, and allow your arousal to drop from a 9 out of 10 down to about a 6 or 7. Then gradually build the intensity back up again. Repeat this process multiple times during each session. This is called edging, and it's the most powerful technique for building sexual stamina and control. Doing this repeatedly teaches your brain and nervous system that you are in complete control. You are reclaiming your sexual power and proving to yourself that you command your responses, not the other way around. Mistake number 2, the pornography poison. The second major mistake that's destroying erections in men over 40 is relying exclusively on pornography for sexual stimulation. This is absolutely devastating to your sexual health, and most men have no idea how much damage it's causing. Think of pornography as the junk food diet for your sexual brain. It's hyper-stimulating, easily accessible, and feels intensely good in the moment, but it has zero nutritional value and causes serious long-term health problems that can permanently damage your sexual function. When you masturbate exclusively to pornography, you are exposing your brain to a level of novelty, intensity, and artificial stimulation that real life with a real partner can never, ever match. You're flooding your dopamine system with a constant stream of new partners, surgically enhanced bodies, and scripted scenarios designed by professionals to be as extreme and stimulating as possible. Your brain's dopamine system, which is responsible for pleasure, motivation, and sexual arousal, gets completely overwhelmed by this artificial intensity. Over time, it needs a bigger and bigger hit of stimulation to feel the same level of arousal. This is called desensitization, and it's exactly like drug addiction. You need increasingly extreme content to get the same dopamine high, and normal, healthy sexual experiences start to feel boring and unstimulating. The devastating result: your real-life partner, who you love and are genuinely attracted to, may no longer seem sexually stimulating enough to generate strong erections. You might find it increasingly difficult to get hard or maintain an erection with them because your brain has been conditioned to expect the unrealistic hyperstimulation of a screen. This is a very real medical condition known as porn-induced erectile dysfunction, PIED, and it's becoming incredibly common, especially among men who started using internet pornography regularly. You're essentially comparing a home-cooked gourmet meal prepared with love to a bucket of fried chicken and a gallon of soda. The junk food gives you a cheap, easy rush of artificial pleasure, but the real meal is what actually nourishes your body and soul. Solution: digital detox and imagination training. The solution requires commitment but can completely transform your sexual health. You need to put yourself on a complete digital detox from pornography. Remember, the most powerful sexual organ you have is the one between your ears, your brain and imagination. You have to stop outsourcing your arousal to artificial screens and start rebuilding your natural capacity for sexual imagination and fantasy. During your solo training sessions, focus entirely on your own thoughts and fantasies. Think about past experiences with partners. Create detailed mental scenarios. Focus intensely on the physical sensations you're feeling in your body in the present moment. At first, this might feel difficult or even boring because your brain has become addicted to the easy junk food diet of pornography. But with consistent practice, you will rewire your neural pathways to be aroused by your own imagination and authentic connection with a real partner. If you need a stepping stone during the transition, consider erotic literature or audio content. These engage your imagination without the damaging visual desensitization of video pornography. Mistake number 3, the death grip monotony. The third devastating mistake is what sexual health experts call monotony leading to death grip syndrome. This is when you masturbate the exact same way every single time. Same hand, same grip pressure, same speed, same position, often lying face down on your bed. The problem here is, once again, destructive conditioning that makes partnered sex feel inadequate and unstimulating. Your penis becomes accustomed to one very specific and usually very intense type of stimulation. The pressure from your hand combined with the friction of a mattress or specific technique is often far more intense than what you would ever experience during normal partnered sex. Your nerve endings become so conditioned to this single specific sensation that anything less intense feels like nothing at all. So when you're with a partner, the natural sensation inside a vagina or mouth feels significantly less stimulating by comparison. Your brain registers this difference and essentially thinks, this isn't the right type of stimulation. As a result, you struggle to get hard or maintain your erection during actual sex. You've trained your body to respond only to a 10 out of 10 intensity level, so even a very pleasurable 8 out of 10 with a partner feels inadequate and unstimulating. The solution: become a sexual explorer. The solution is to become a complete explorer of your own sexual responses. You have to introduce significant variety into every solo session. If you always use your right hand, switch to your left. Use high-quality lubricant to change the sensation and reduce the need for a tight, intense grip. Try masturbating in completely different positions, sitting down, standing up, lying on your back, or even in the shower. Vary your speed, pressure, and technique constantly. The goal is to teach your body to be responsive to a wide range of touches, pressures, temperatures, and sensations. This makes the transition to partnered sex completely seamless because your body is no longer dependent on one single, monotonous routine. Let me tell you about David, a 42-year-old marketing executive who came to my office completely devastated by sudden onset erectile dysfunction that was destroying his 15-year marriage. David had been experiencing these 3 training mistakes for years without realizing the damage he was causing. He was rushing through masturbation sessions, relying heavily on increasingly extreme pornography, and had developed severe death grip syndrome. When he tried to be intimate with his wife, he either couldn't get hard at all, or he would lose his erection during sex. The anxiety and embarrassment were creating a vicious cycle that made the problem exponentially worse. David's transformation. Week 1 to 2. Complete pornography detox and imagination training. Week 3 to 4. Implemented slow, controlled edging sessions, 20 to 30 minutes each. Week 5 to 8. Introduced grip variation in different positions. Ongoing. Maintained disciplined training routine. The results were life-changing. Month 1. Stronger erections during solo sessions. Month 2. Successfully maintaining erections with his wife. Month 3. Best sexual performance of his adult life. Month 6. Marriage completely transformed. David told me, "Dr. Whitaker, I had no idea I was sabotaging myself. These changes didn't just fix my erections. They made me a completely different lover." Now, making these 3 behavioral changes is incredibly powerful, and for many men, it's enough to completely transform their sexual performance and confidence. But what if the root of your erectile dysfunction goes even deeper than just training habits? What if there's a biological component that no amount of behavioral change can fix on its own? There's significant scientific buzz right now around a stunning discovery about a biological switch that can get turned off in men as they age, particularly after 40, which no amount of behavioral modification can address alone. It involves a remarkably simple, 100% natural 7-second home remedy that targets the real physiological root cause of erectile dysfunction. This isn't about risky pharmaceutical drugs, expensive pumps, or embarrassing medical procedures. It's about restoring the automatic rock-hard erections of your youth by addressing the underlying biological mechanisms that decline with age. If you want to discover this breakthrough approach for yourself, take out your phone right now and scan the QR code on your screen. It will take you straight to a free video presentation that reveals this natural method. I've also put the direct link in the pinned comment below this video. Go watch it now and then come back for our final summary and a crucial bonus tip about performance optimization. All right, for those of you still with me, let's quickly recap your complete sexual performance training plan, and then I'll share that important bonus tip that could immediately improve your bedroom confidence. Remember the 3 keys to elite sexual performance that will make you a legendary lover. First, practice patience and control. Transform every solo session from a 100-yard dash into marathon training. Slow down, practice edging, and build unshakable control over your sexual responses. Second, reclaim your imagination. Get your brain back in the game and completely ditch the junk food diet of pornography. Use your natural imagination and fantasy to rewire your arousal patterns. Third, embrace variety and exploration. Constantly change your techniques, positions, grip, and sensations so your body remains sensitive and adaptable to the real experiences of partnered sex. Remember, masturbation isn't your enemy when done correctly. It's your personal sexual training ground. Use it wisely with discipline and intention, and you'll not only avoid these devastating problems, but become a more present, confident, and capable lover. Crucial bonus tip. Here's that game-changing bonus tip. Use your solo training time to get completely comfortable with condoms. Many men, especially those over 40, experience a significant loss of sensation or anxiety when they put on a condom, which can immediately kill an erection. The best way to overcome this is to practice by yourself during your training sessions. Try different brands, sizes, and types, thin varieties, textured options, lubricated versions, and find the ones that feel best for your specific anatomy. By making condoms a familiar, comfortable part of your solo routine, you completely eliminate the friction, anxiety, and sensation changes when you're with a partner. This single tip alone has saved countless relationships and prevented embarrassing bedroom failures. If you found this life-changing advice helpful, do me a favor and smash that like button right now. It really helps this crucial information reach more men who desperately need to hear it. For more no-nonsense, science-based advice on optimizing your sexual health and performance, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss important content. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 3 training mistakes sounds the most familiar to your own experience? Be completely honest. There's absolutely no judgment here, and your comment could help other men realize they're not alone in these struggles. Let us know in the comments below, and remember, knowledge is power when it comes to reclaiming your sexual confidence and performance. Until next time, this is Dr. James Whitaker reminding you that erectile dysfunction at 40 doesn't have to be your reality. With the right knowledge, training, and approach, you can restore the powerful, confident sexual performance of your youth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.